So I do have a few responses. I think English is okay. So once again, good evening, everyone. I am your host, in fact, your co-host. Satyaji is going to be primarily talking about our webinar topic, which is Vastu science and how it is applicable during these uncertain times. We are joined by, I think, about 65 participants today. And since we have this webinar running primarily for US, Canada, UAE, and India, 6 people are coming in from different time zones. We will have people joining during the course of the meeting. So in the benefit of everyone's time, respecting everyone's time, we are going to get started. So let me introduce to you EnergyPlus and of course our presenter today, Acharya Satya Prabhu. So EnergyPlus is a USA-based organization which primarily is focused on 2 things. One is scientific Vastu consultations, and 2, we also do astrological numero-astrology. To speak a little bit more about our business in the US, I'd like to call it a business, but Acharya Satya Prabhu is more of the brains behind this. We are more of a supporting team. We are based out of Massachusetts in the US, and Satyaji consults from Mumbai, but around the world. Our service is primarily based online. I will speak more about this towards the end of the meeting, but without much further ado, let me move on to introducing you our presenter today. Satyaji has been practicing Vastu worldwide for the past 15 years. This practice is, as you would know, it is more than 800 to 900 years old. And Satyaji's practice takes in the ancient texts and combines it with modernism. You will hear more about it during the presentation. Satyaji was recently felicitated and recognized by Forbes magazine. You can visit our website, vastuguide.com, to know more. So at this point, I will hand over to Satyaji. Please help me welcome Acharya Satya Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. Can you give me the rights to, I am not able to start the video. Thank you, Naveen, for the wonderful introduction. And I welcome you all. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this exclusive webinar on growth, prosperity, and fulfillment. So, did you know one of the most common challenges that individuals face are slowdown in employment, business growth, financial growth, rising cost, and getting stuck in life, which leads to stress, thereby impacting relationship. So do any of this resonates with you? If yes, this webinar will empower you to minimize the impact of such hurdles and overcome them. So let's see a video and how is this linked with our daily life. You must be wondering what this video has to do with our webinar. The poor economic conditions across the globe have led the business world into a huge recession, which has affected the lives of millions in every nook and corner of the world. As human beings, we are all eager and want to achieve eternal joy. The whole human race is seeking fulfillment of one desire or another. with one single goal, namely to experience the joy. Before I give away my secrets, let me give you an introduction. Again, for those who have joined now, and I welcome you all to this webinar on how Vastu can help you to create financial stability during such tested times with absolutely no demolition. My name is Acharya Satya Prabhu, and I'm an Astro Vastu consultant. My USP is Vastu with no demolition. Yes, you heard right. We do Vastu with no demolition. We at EnergyPlus have systematic procedures, high precision levels, and have a problem-solving approach. We follow a scientific method and actually match the problems with symptoms with your problems. We have documented more than 1,500 plus cases all over the globe. At EnergyPlus, we make an honest attempt in spreading the knowledge of Vastu Shastra as science and not a myth. So at EnergyPlus, we work in 4 verticals: industrial Vastu, commercial Vastu, residential Vastu, and land Vastu. We have helped business houses and industries to overcome financial and labor problems just by making small changes within a very, very short period of time. Our recent success story is one of a client who was battling legal issues for 500 acres of land for 45 years and had lost hopes to get his name. And we at EnergyPlus helped him win this case in just 6 months. Same way, on residential side, we have helped a number of families to resolve the relationship issues, marriage, health issues with absolutely no demolition. So here are 5 secrets that you are going to learn in this webinar. Important factors to get prosperity, how to increase cash flow, how to attract money, how to control unwanted expenses, which is very important, and how entrance of your house is important to attract prosperity. But before that, let me ask you a question. Can you tell me what is prosperity according to you? Can you put your answers in the chat box, please? I would really like to know what is prosperity for you.
Yeah, please put your answers on the chat box. So, and I, as a moderator, will read them out to Satyaji. And we will also have polls, 3 different polls.
Yeah, so I would like to make this webinar interesting and interactive. I would like all of you to please participate if I ask you some questions. Prosperity for you: fat account balance, peace of mind. Navini is saying fat account balance, good life, achieving dreams. So absolutely fine. I too agree with you. Fat balance, bank balance, and achieving in life. But more often than not, we all link prosperity with money. Yes, I do believe money is a very important factor in everyone's life. But at the same time, have you ever thought, are you prosperous in wisdom or health, with your relationship, your time, or with joy? It is endless, guys. Let's look at this image of an ocean. If you stand in front of an ocean with a container in hand, and no matter how much water you are taking from the ocean, and even though all of us take water from ocean, there is no way the ocean is going to run dry. There is abundance in universe, which you need to tap into the right way. So how can you attract this abundance and prosperity in all spheres of life? Whether it is pandemic, war-like situation, inflation, or recession, and how can you save during such times? Because problems are, in fact, nature's way to attract your attention. For example, pain in a particular part of your body attracts your attention so that you can address the situation with medical procedure for restoring a balanced state. Similarly, problems in life indicates the area where your attention is required, isn't it? So EnergyPlus can definitely help to restore and maintain balance and lead you towards the attainment of more money, good health, fame, success, and many more joyful experiences in life. So I'm going to run a poll. I would like all of you to participate in this poll. So what is your idea of Vastu? Amar, can you run the poll, please? Okay, so you can put in the chat box. You think, what is your idea of Vastu? You think Vastu is a superstition or you think Vastu is a science? So Naveen is saying good energy. Taman is saying science. It's science. Most of them are saying science, and excellent. I too believe Vastu is a pure science. It is not about belief. It is not about being lucky or unlucky. It is not about any religion. So I welcome you to the Vastu world. So the traditional Vastu is quite different. It was mainly focused on the growth and enrichment of kings in the olden days. Kings' palaces and courts were designed in a way to attract wealth, health, prosperity. No relevance in the modern Vastu Shastra, as Vastu Shastra has evolved with time and social norms. So what is scientific Vastu or a modern Vastu? Vastu is a pure science, as I told you. It is not about any religion. Anyone and everyone can enjoy it. It is not about superstition, being lucky or unlucky. It is about what is the problem, reason behind it, and what is the solution for it. So when you enter a space, have you ever noticed that you feel restless and you do not get vibrations in that place? Can you put in the chat box, please? Have you ever felt uncomfortable when you go to some place and you feel very uncomfortable? Yes, many people are saying yes. 80% people think that they do feel restless in some places. And you are right, energy plays a role in the vibe of a space, which is why you feel uncomfortable. So I want to share a success story of a business house called Infinity Steel, owned by Mr. Ankit Rawani. How his business turnover jumped from 4 crores to 75 crores in first 6 months of doing Vastu, and now has almost touched more than 175 crores. So at EnergyPlus, as I told you, we first analyze the problem, find reasons for it, and then target the solution. So Mr. Ankit Rawani's issues were, there were business losses, block payments, anxiety issues, no opportunities, and health issues. After analyzing his layout, the exact entrance was W7 and W8. And the attribute of this entrance gives loss of happiness. So we remedied this with space surgery by adding an elemental strip as per the zone to block the bad energies coming inside. The kitchen stove was in north and northeast, and color of the kitchen was red, which was an anti-color, which was blocking his opportunities to make money. So we recommended to change the color as per the zone. There was a toilet in west zone, the zone of profit and gain, which was stopping him from making profits. The function of toilet is what? Flushing away unwanted things. So it was playing its role and flushing away his profits. So we performed space surgery with the elemental strip as per the zone around the toilet. Huge dustbin. The function of the dustbin is to throw away unwanted things, was kept in northeast zone, the very important zone, the zone of clarity of mind, was shifted to the avoid zone. The couple was sleeping in anxiety zone, causing them anxiety. This was later remedied by shifting them to east zone. In the south zone, there was a dark blue color, which is a very big anti-color in south. It was hampering his cash liquidity and was getting him blocked payments. Important property papers were placed in avoid zones of south-southwest zone, because of which his properties were not selling. This was later on shifted to west zone. We balanced the whole place as per the bar chart by using elemental stud to enhance and exhaust the zone. After treating these deficiencies, Mr. Ankit was able to generate liquidity in the business, clear of long pending payments, and in 6 months' time has reported that his turnover jumped from 4 crores to 75 crores, and later on has crossed more than 175 crores. This is how EnergyPlus works to make sure that clients reach their goal without any demolition. So what we say, we validate. Here is Mr. Ankit Rawani's testimonial to EnergyPlus.
Hi, my name is Ankit Ravani. I run a company called Infinity Steel. We are into the steel business for the last 40 years, and we are the most trusted and preferred steel suppliers for all of our clients. However, during COVID, our business ran into a little slowdown, and that was building a lot of stress in the office also and at our residence also. When we approached Acharya Satyaprabhuji from Energy Plus, it was very generous of her to come over and do a quick Vastu of our house and our office. And miraculously, things started changing. Our turnover, which was dipping due to COVID slowdown, exponentially grew to about 150 crore. We may be even exceeding that at the end of this year. So I would want to thank Acharya Satyaprabhuji for thank you for your magical wand, and thank you for your wealth and your wisdom of Vastu, which has helped us do a turnaround at our business also and at our residence also. Thank you very much once again. I would want to recommend Acharya Satyaprabhuji from Energy Plus to anyone and everyone who wants to see a miracle happening in their life. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Ankit. That was really nice of you. As you know, the universe is made of 5 elements. Our body is made up of 5 elements. If these 5 elements in our body gets imbalanced, we fall sick. Ayurveda focuses on balancing these 5 elements. Same way, buildings are also manifestation of these 5 elements. If there is an imbalance in your space, you start getting affected. So 3 important, some commonly asked question about Vastu is, how can I create wealth? How can I attract money? How can I grow? And how EnergyPlus can help you? EnergyPlus can help you to attract more money, awaken healing energies at home, get clarity of mind, control abnormal behavior. You can create financial security, create new opportunities, getting fame and recognition. You can heal depression, improve grades, joy and happiness, maximize industrial production, overcome anxiety, get power and confidence, stop draining money, and strengthen core and relationship. So at EnergyPlus, we use 4-step method to recognize the influence of your home and workplace on your life and on your subconscious mind. As I told you, we first enlist your problem, get reasons for it, and then we target the solutions. Once we get this to the scale plan, we apply these 4 steps. First, we check the entrance effect. It is very important to have a powerful entrance because the effects of the entrance are always very powerful, which can be positive or negative. So there are 32 possible locations of entrance in a building, and each has its own attributes. I'll give you an example. If your house entrance is facing north, going towards when you go outside of your house, if the entrance is north, so the entrance can be anything between N1 and N8. So each direction has 8 entrances, and out of which only 2 entrances are good. But rest can be treated using space surgery. At least we can stop bad energies coming inside the house. Then the second step is 16 zones, rooms and activities. Every space is divided into 16 zones, and each has its own attribute in your life. These zones are strong or weak as per the activities performed therein. Objects placed, colors and elements linked with them matters a lot. So I will go through the 16 zones and will explain you the attribute quickly. North zone is for money and opportunities. If this zone is imbalanced in the form of toilet, anti-activity or anti-color, you will always face opportunities related issues. Second zone, north-northeast zone, is associated with your health and immunity. If any disease appears, means this zone is disturbed. If toilet inverters, generators are placed here, one will suffer with lot of health issues. Third zone is northeast zone. Northeast zone governs new ideas, mental clarity and wisdom. Your foresight, vision, inspiration to grow and succeed comes from this zone. If imbalance in the form of red color, dustbin, gas stove, washing machine, you will always feel stagnant in life or confused in taking decisions. East fourth zone is east of northeast zone, which governs happiness, fun, and recreation in your life. Overall happiness in home or office. Imbalance here will always be in low mood, and in business you will not be motivated to work better. Fifth zone is east zone. All interaction with world, connecting with right people, comes from this zone. It also governs your successful or failure of meetings. In case of imbalance in this zone, you will always say, we do not meet right people. Washing machine or toilet will always postpone your meetings. Sixth zone is east of southeast zone. The first avoid zone is the zone of anxiety and churning. If someone experiencing a high level of anxiety needs to check this zone, decisions and indecisiveness is related to this area. This zone must be all right for effective decisions. Seventh zone, southeast zone. Money or cash is related directly with the southeast zone. So a disturbed southeast will lead to frequent accident and insecurities. Toilet hampers inflow or money. Blue color or storage slow down payment recovery. Eighth zone, south of southeast governs power, energy, strengthens and confidence. Strength and confidence which is required after initiation of any activity. This zone makes you courageous. In case of imbalance, you will always feel less powerful and confident. Ninth zone, south, is the zone of relaxation and peace of mind. If a person is suffering from insomnia or feeling of fatigue without any reason, that means there is imbalance in this zone. If this zone is balanced, it will facilitate recognition, fame, peace of mind, and sound sleep. So 10th zone is south of southwest zone. This is the second avoid zone in your space, the zone of disposal and expenditure. This zone controls your overall expenses. Since this zone is of disposal, if you spend more time in this zone or if you sleep, you will always say, I put in lot of efforts, but it gets wasted. So 11th zone is southwest zone. Is a zone of relationship and skill, love, family bonding, ancestors or pitra. All relationship, be it father, son, husband, wife, and so on, are related with this zone. The energy of this zone gives stability in life, skill, core competency in your profession. This zone also decides your relationship with your clients. In case of imbalance, there will be no stability in your life. West 12th zone is west of southwest zone is a zone of education and saving. If this zone is imbalanced, you will always say, I earn money but not able to save. Or since this zone is also of knowledge, it gives power and capacity for retention of knowledge. If television is kept in this zone, it will definitely distract the child from his studies. So 13th zone is west zone, is a zone of gains. It governs material gains or profits, whatever earning we earn. This zone has the energy to fulfill desire and also power to manifest. Imbalance in this zone will disturb your profitability. You will not be able to gain even after putting sincere efforts. 14th zone is west of northwest zone, is a third zone of detox and depression. It is better to avoid sleeping or spending more time in this zone, as this will give you depressed feeling in this zone. So 15th zone is northwest zone, the zone of banking and support, which is primarily responsible for getting support from financial institutions. Your clients, your employees, your favorable time and people will give you will give you support. So 16th zone is north of northwest, zone of attraction. So this zone is the best to attract anything you want to attract in your life. This zone has the quality to northeast zone has very less zonal strength. With this, a person will always get stuck in life and will not be able to take decisions. Second zone, can you see southeast zone is also very low here, because of which one will find difficult to achieve anything in life. Will have shortage of cash, productivity, labor and staff. Sorry. North zone is extended here. You will get opportunities, but end up getting wrong ones. You will always be in the list of promotion, but you will not get it easily. So the third step, fire element. South of southwest and southwest represent earth and yellow color. North and west represent space element and white color. Each of the 16 zones into which any space is divided are governed by one or more of these 5 elements. It is the balance or imbalance among these 5 elements that makes one space a virtual heaven or hell. For example, if water is in the form of underground water tank, water boring, blue shade in south will cause anxiety, fire accidents, restlessness, and disturbed sleep. Similarly, fireplace or red color in north zone will block new opportunities, receipt of payments, and lack of orders, as they are the main attribute of this zone. So it is very important to choose the right colors in your space, as colors represent each element. So the fourth step is programming. Your subconscious mind picks up information and symbols in your surrounding environment, such as painting, photographs, sculptures. So your Vastu or your space wants to provide you with all good things, but placing sculptures and painting at the right place is extremely important, as symbols are an integral part of human life. The human subconscious mind only understands the language of symbols. Hence, selecting these images properly can impart a new direction to your subconscious mind. For example, if you place 2 white galloping horses on floor in northwest zone of your building, you can ensure that banks and people will support you to give loans, and you will get right support at the right time. If you place red galloping horses in southeast, that will provide a steady flow of money. Red horses enables you to optimize the efforts that you put into any work. So the last poll, can we have a poll, Amar? Okay, I'll ask you the question. I would like you all to write in the chat box. After understanding, do you think Vastu is going to help you? Can you put yes or no in the chat box, please? Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your responses. I'm so happy. Success story. Again, I'm going to tell a success story of Tulip Nest Hospitality. The issues faced by Mr. Sunil were that 75% of cars used to get banned every day. Income tax notices, no business, no savings, no clarity. After analyzing his layout, the entrance was S3, which was very good, which gives immense prosperity and money. So here the entrance is very good, but why the cars were getting banned? All the car keys and income tax papers were placed in a very bad zone, that is avoid zone of southwest zone. So how important is that? Where you place your keys also in your house is so important, which were forcing the cars to get banned, and he was getting income tax notices for no reason. We got shifted then to northwest zone, the zone of support. There were 2 toilets in west of southwest zone, the zone of saving, which was stopping him to save. There was red color fridge and red wallpaper in northeast, which was absolutely anti-color in that zone. So we suggested him to change the color, which was not giving him the clarity of mind. His business meeting room was in avoid zone, which was stopping his successful meetings with his clients, which was relocated. We balanced the whole place as per the bar chart by using elemental studs and enhanced and exhausted the zone. Within 2 to 3 weeks, we got a call from our client saying his car has stopped getting banged like magic. And after 6 months, Mr. Rumta has seen double growth in his business. And now he has more clarity on how to improve his business. So again, we validate what we say at Energy Plus by showing you the testimonials.
The story goes behind about 3 years back, 3 to 4 years back, when Satyaji just visited my office for a small meeting. And we were facing a huge problem that time. We are into the rent-a-car business, and out of the 70 vehicles we own, about 30 to 40 vehicles were getting meeting with small accidents or getting banged every now and then. Just mentioned to Satyaji about it, and within minutes she was able to identify the problem, and she shifted the keys of the vehicle from a certain location to another location, and then she put some strips. Till date, the accidents have reduced like 1%, and then subsequently we got our entire office Vastu done by her, and we could really see the energies changing when she was doing the changes in the office. And after that, our stuck payments, more business, whatever our wish list was there, and it was getting completed slowly and steadily. Yes, hard work is to be done, but we were getting the results for it. We wish Satyaji and her and Energy Plus a very, very successful venture in the West. We have been honored to have your services in India, and we are glad that you are going to help our partners and brothers and sisters in the US and Canada to achieve their desired goals. Thank you so much, Satyaji. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rumta. So that was a second success story. So I would like to share a case study which I had done observation on Tirupati temple, which makes it one of the most visited place and richest temple on this earth. So this temple is built as per the Vastu principle. It is a Vastu masterpiece. So there are roads on all the sides. The premise is in the square shape, but little extended in northeast. As we know, northeast zone of a plot is one of the most important area. Extension of northeast zone brings an influx of powerful earth energies to the premise. So there is a Pushkarni lake in the northeast area of the temple, which uplifts the energy of that area. Northeast represents water element. The element of water represents flow of money, ideas, wealth, and opportunities. The kitchen is in the southeast, in the direction of fire and cash liquidity zone, which strengthens the fire element and attracts huge cash. Devotees deposit the offerings in Srivari Hundi, treasure box, which is placed in north of northeast zone. The placement of Hindi is so powerful and strategic that it automatically mesmerizes the devotees to make donation in large quantities. The main temple idol is the energy field of Varuna at the west facing east. Varuna is the grantor of all the wishes. This is how the temple is well balanced as per the Vastu. And that is why people from all over the world get attracted to this temple, and is also one of the richest temple in the world. The same thing applies in your home and your workplace. You too can balance these 5 elements so that people are attracted to you. Vastu gives strength to your hard work, and whatever work you'll do gets powerful and attractive. So here I'm going to tell Vastu in short. You got gist of it. We will be having webinars of different topics every month, and our next webinar will be on how to create opportunities in your life, where I'm going to discuss the case study on Dubai. So before we move on to question and answers, let's test your mind and body connection by a lemon meditation, just for a minute, to know your mind and body connection by tangy lemon. So can you all sit in a comfortable position? Sit in a comfortable position with back straight. Close your eyes. I request you all to close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. And allow your body to relax. All that I want you to do is just listen to my voice. And do exactly what I tell you to do. Just be with me. Imagine you are in your kitchen and you have a very ripe, large, juicy yellow lemon on your cutting board. Notice the bumpy texture of the lemon, outer skin, as you hold it. See yourself cutting the lemon in half with a sharp knife, feeling the pressure on your hand as you cut into the lemon, noticing its seeds and feeling the sticky drops of lemon juice running over your fingers. Breathe in its tangy, sharp, citrusy odor. Pick up the lemon, half, and squeeze the lemon juice in your mouth and feel the mouth pucker. Feel the lemony, juicy, tart, and sour flavor in your mouth. At this time, you are unconsciously salivating, and this is the power of imagination. And come back and tell me in the chat box how many of you were salivating when you had that imagination of the lemon. Can you please put in the chat box how many of you were salivating? Could you feel the experience of watering your mouth or something like that? You could feel the smell. Wow. Excellent. The reason behind this meditation was to tell you that every emotion and behavior is controlled by the built-in space where you live. And imagine if you are manifesting sitting in a wrong zone. And it's so important that you sit in a right zone and manifest. So our imagination is so strong that we can create reality from this. So thank you so much. And over to you, Naveen, for the question answer sessions. Naveen, are you there? Naveen?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. So we have just enough time for a few questions. I'm going to read out some of the questions that email in the last few days. So the first question is, I stay in a rental property. Mahima has asked this. I stay in a rental property. Is Vastu applicable for a rental property?
Yes,
like an
Mahima.
apartment.
Yes, Mahima. So always keep in mind the elements of any space will affect the people living within that space. So if you are the tenant living in a rented apartment, the energies are definitely going to affect you, and whether you stay for a month or stay for a year, it is always better to stay in a Vastu compliant house, because you never know what will happen. Like it can cause you health related issues, business issues. Like many people say, I went in this new house and I started getting health issues or business issues or financial issues. So it is always better to.
Question from the chat box. One of our guests is asking, what about astrology? They say Shani ka prabhav, 7.5 years of Shani. Then how will Vastu help? Can it overcome this astrological issue? So ma'am, this is a question.
See, as Vastu will come to you only when your planetary changes are there. Till the time Vastu cannot come to you. So yes, if Vastu comes to you, definitely it is come to you because there are going to be changes in your life. And definitely Vastu is going to help you if there is a Sadi Sati, if there is more impact which has to happen during Sadi Sati, that will be lesser, or it can give you a very good result.
Okay, so the next question, how do you do it? How do you perform Vastu? This question has come from somebody living in Dubai, and I think this is a question that everyone has on their mind, because is this a personal visit, or how exactly do you do it?
So out of India, it is always online Vastu. So first thing is we need the layout of a house to the scale plan of a house, and then we take the magnetic north from the Google Earth, and that's after that we grid the house. First we check the entrance of the house. If it is right, we can treat it, or if it is not right, we can treat it. If it is good, it is always, it's okay. But then if it is not right, that is our forte, where we do it without demolition by doing a space surgery. At least bad energies will stop coming inside. And then we check the 16 zone where the washing machine is placed. Washing machine has to be placed in the right place. And if it is not, then we do color therapy with that. So you need to check where you keep the dustbins, where you sleep, if you are sleeping in avoid zones. So we relocate. And that's how we grid the plan, and we guide our clients what they have to do it.
Okay, next question, just a follow-up. Is Vastu same for all people?
Yes, Vastu is same for all people, whether any religion. Vastu, like how you take sun energy, is for everyone.
I think the question is if you do Vastu analysis for person A and then you do it for person B, is it the same results?
Method,
same application.
Method.
Yeah,
same method for everyone. It is Vastu. If my method is for one person, will be same method for everyone. It will differ if I use astrology.
So just to add to that, let me just elaborate. Sarvesh, can you take us back to the slide, the scientific Vastu slide? So this also answers one of our next questions. What is the procedure to get Vastu done for someone in Dubai? So that is one of the questions that popped up. Just to elaborate, the way we approach and why we call this scientific Vastu is one of the basic requirements that we need from the client is a layout of the property for which you need Vastu analysis to get done. So for example, here you're seeing the layout on the screen. This is for a 3-bedroom apartment with I think probably a high-rise building. So once you give us an appropriate layout map, we don't need the dimensions of the rooms, but if you do have the dimensions, it is very much helpful. The most important are the directions. You should be getting the directions right. So as part of our process, consultation process, what we do is we ask you to work with like a draftsman or an engineer or an architect to get your layout. If it is a new property that you're considering moving into or buying, then obviously you have the layout provided by the builder. If not, if you already live in this property and you want to get Vastu done accurately, then you will need to get the layout done with the right directions. The second thing that EnergyPlus also desires is the placement of various things inside of your property, be it your apartment, house, your business, office, gas station, grocery store, any kind of a industrial site. There are some key placements that we need to know about. So this part of the data collection is done over the phone, over a 60 minutes conversation that you will have. Once we have collected all this data, then it goes into gridding. So like how you see this round circle put with the center of your property. So the gridding gives information to us, to the Vastu expert as to where exactly lies the problem. So to one of the previous questions that was asked, whether Vastu is the same for everybody, the clarification I would like to do is give here is, if person A lives in a property and person B lives, let's say, in the same exact apartment, one floor below, the layout is pretty much the same. However, there might be changes or there might be things that they possess and keep in the house, which might be giving them different results. Someone might be getting very positive results. Some might be having malefic energies affecting their growth, relationships, or happiness. Now, coming back to one of our next questions, is if Vastu is done once, does it require regular maintenance or checks? Ma'am, I'll let you handle this question.
Yeah. See, once if Vastu is done, if we explain to them few rules, what they have to follow, they have to follow. If they are not, if I tell them not to paint blue color in southeast, which I got them changed, and if they do it again, so definitely is going to, they have to remember what all I have told them. So if they don't follow it, then they have to, like, after 6 months, if it is better to review 6 or 1 year. If they are again having any kind of issues, we can definitely review it.
So the answer, brief answer is yes, if all the instructions are followed well. And I would like to reiterate that most of the remedies that Satyaji recommends are color corrections, balancing energies and malefic zones via strips and studs, which require very little or no modifications in terms of buildings. And in certain cases where, let's say, a certain toilet or source is in a very poor zone, energy zone, then there might be changes which so that particular zone might be repurposed. So making those changes are very much important. So we from EnergyPlus will give you a complete, thorough report of what changes have to be done with this gridded charts. You will be given suggestion as to how to do the changes as well. Being wherever you are in the US or Dubai, there are kits that can be shipped to you, and you could do the changes yourself, or you could hire somebody to do it. I'm moving on to the next question. So there's a question on Kundali analysis. Is this required for Vastu, Kundali analysis?
Yes, sometimes we need to check for head of the family. Yes, I do check the Kundli, where to place the temple.
So let me just interrupt you here, ma'am, for the benefit of all our guests on this webinar. A Kundali is a birth chart. We also call it as a horoscope. So this is something that is prepared as per your birth time, date, place, and that gives a lot of astronomical information, and that is what Satyaji is referring to when we say Kundali.
Yeah, Vastu is base, and when you want to go to the second level, I use astrology for that. That is called Astro Vastu. 70%, 70 to 80% you get results with Vastu, and then above that, if you want, then 20% is astrology.
So another question: horse pictures, feng shui. How can objects help in attracting positive vibes?
Yes, they do. But after balancing the house, you can place this and get good results. Without balancing, I cannot guarantee whether you will get results or not. But yes, they do give very good vibrations in the house.
Okay, I have a lot of questions regarding directions. I would like to clarify one thing, since it is very specific to your property or to your place of living, the living space. And just as Satyaji just added, that the next level is, of course, based on your horoscope as well. So we will park the questions on directions for now. I'm going to read out a few other questions that have come. Will Vastu work equally for every member of the family?
Yes. When I do Vastu for a house, if one of the member is not getting, there I use astrology for that. For example, if a person is not getting a job even after doing his Vastu, then I will do specifically proper programming for him in his house, and I will also use astrology so that he gets immediate results.
Okay. So what are the basic things you should check while looking for an office? So this is a very open-ended question, but I would like Satyaji to point out like the 3 key factors to look at.
So first thing, you have to check the entrance. First, vibrations. When you enter a place, a layman can also feel the vibrations. When you feel the good vibe, first the entrance you have to check, then the vibrations, and there shouldn't be a toilet in northeast zone. As far as possible, if there is no window in southwest, that will also be good. But if the window is there, we can always keep it closed. But then main is entrance, the vibrations, the toilet in that property. There should be northeast toilet in that property. Rest is fine. Everything can be treated and balanced very well.
One other question on direction. We will have a lot of videos on our website, which is vastuguide.com, specifically related to directions. Here the question is south-facing entrance bad for everyone, or is it bad for few people?
Southwest entrance is absolutely, it is said it is very bad, but I have done a Vastu for one, I think I have put a video on that also. He had southwest entrance, and he was always told, your house is southwest entrance, it's not good. When I did Vastu for him and I checked astrology, Rahu was giving him very good results, and that is why I didn't change. I didn't block the entrance, and he got amazing results, and he has gone to the next level now. So it is not important. Then I check their astrology, and then I work accordingly.
Okay, so there is another question again related to somebody who's staying in Dubai. What is the procedure to get Vastu done for someone in Dubai? Once again, I will just reiterate. So what happens is you will book an appointment with us going to our website, vastuguide.com. And this is applicable to anyone who is staying overseas or other parts in India as well. So the first step is once you have booked an appointment, one of our junior consultants will reach out to you to guide you through the steps to collect the right information. So the total time investment from your side can be cut short if you have a very good layout of the property for which you want Vastu done, analysis done. So we recommend you to work with a draftsman or an engineer to get a layout of your property in question. Once that layout is shared with us, we will have a one-on-one dialogue. Satyaji would consult with you over the phone, Zoom, to make sure that we understand the placement of things inside of the house. Once this information is collected, it then goes into the gridding. The scientific part kicks in, which means we start the gridding, identifying the zones, the positive energy zones, the creative zones in your home, where exactly should your kids be sitting, in what direction, if they have study table, then how in what direction they should be facing while they study or do any creative work. If you're a business person, or let's say you do you're working from home, then what is the ideal position for you to have your creative juices and to get the best productivity. As far as offices or other work areas, workspaces are concerned, we will also do a video walkthrough of the property, because there are very minute things that can make a big difference in employee productivity as well as business outcome. So that would involve a video-based walkthrough of the entire property. So based on what is the size of the property and how many things are involved, let's say if there are multiple sites, multiple workstations, so the amount of engagement differs. So I am moving on to the next question. Do children have to sit in a particular direction for concentration? Ma'am, I'll let you take this. Yeah.
Yes, children should, there is a zone which I explained you in my talk. I told West Southwest is a zone of education. Education. West Southwest is a zone of education. And when the children sit in this zone, they feel that they understand the subject very well. Or if it is not possible to sit there, you can also place the books there. Second zone is northeast zone, where they should sit to get the clarity of what they are studying. So these two zones, the children should sit to study.
Okay, one other question is, I have received something from the US. They say that they live in a single family home. I think what they mean to say is it's a standalone home with 3-car garage and 4 bedrooms. So how do we do Vastu for this?
Same system for all the property is same. First, you need to check the entrance, the 16 zones. If it is standalone building, there has to be, if it is where the step goes, all these things can be taken. Where the fireplace is very important, because it should not be in northeast. So toilets and everything should be checked. Brahmastan. So once you balance all these things, whether it is a bungalow, a flat, or anything, the rules for Vastu for any property is same.
Okay, we have time for 3 more questions. I'll just read out one of the earlier questions that came. How to understand where to avoid which color. So I think what the guest is saying is which color should we avoid and which color should be used where?
So colors are, colors are elements, and north is blue, east is green, south is red. So southwest and southwest is yellow, and north west to northwest is all white color. So if you interchange this, if you put red color in north, you'll slip away all the opportunities. If you put blue color in south, so you will have cash liquidity issues, anything you will not be able to start. So right, you should use right colors, so that once we grid the plan, we will be able to tell you where to put which color. So just vaguely we cannot tell you, because for you south, if you for you south, we, as I told you, we divide it into 16 zones. So accordingly we give the colors. So that is our forte. So we can give you right colors at the right place.
Okay. The next question is come from Vancouver, Canada, and this person says that I live in Vancouver and I have a store. So I'm assuming that it's a grocery store, and they have seen footfall go down. So how can Vastu help with this?
So was the footfall suddenly dropped, or it was?
Well, that's
there has to be some kind of anti-activity or anti-element in north side. So they need to check their north zone. Just to check them, tell them to see north zone if there is some red color or something, if there is some toilet, or that is how the footfall becomes less.
okay. So there is a question, I think I can take this one. What are the details of your charges and visit? So as I mentioned earlier, for all our overseas clients, we have a facility to do Vastu analysis and give the remedies online. So the pandemic has, if anything, the pandemic has taught us something as to how we can leverage technology to in the most efficient way. And we have been doing Vastu for a lot of clients in the US, Canada, and now for UAE and the rest of the Gulf region as well. A lot of the consultation will happen, will proceed very quickly and smoothly if data is collected and presented accurately. And there will be, of course, one-on-one consultation or a call to understand what exactly it is that you want rectified. It could be prosperity, it could be relationship healing, or it could be something related to achieving a dream or a goal. So even if there's something that is not, if you don't notice something, or if you just want to bring in more prosperity, attract more positive energy, Vastu can help in those cases as well. So again, the costing bit depends on the size of the property, the in-depth nature of the consultation that will go on. We can even facilitate on-site visits, and this is especially recommended for business people who have, say, multiple sites or a factory, or even retail or commercial locations. So we can take this up one-on-one. I'm just about to, so we will, I'm just putting the website here one more time. It is Vastu Guide. It's very simple, vastuguide.com, where you can connect to us on WhatsApp, chat, email, or our phone number. Right now, it's the US number that is displayed, but we will soon be starting an India line as well for you to get connected. So I'm just having one more question, and then we'll close. Okay, I think this is a follow-up question. How do we come to know the exact direction? So this is a very interesting and key question.
What is the question?
The question is, how do we come to know the exact direction?
Exact direction. So you have to stand in the middle of your house. So everyone in the mobile, they have the compass. So if you do not have the compass, you can download it. In all mobiles, you get compass now. Stand in the middle of your house and see which direction is north. And that's how you come to know all the 4 directions. You get one more compass giving 16 zones. That also you can download and get the exact directions. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So I think we have slightly gone over our time, but I thank you everyone for attending the session. We are going to have monthly webinars, also followed by Facebook Facebook and YouTube live shows. Satya Prabhu ma'am is available to take consultations over the phone or over a Zoom call. So we have, as I had put earlier in a message, that we are going to announce 15 participants who are going to be eligible for a half-hour, 30 minutes consultation, a one-on-one consultation with Satyaji. Please do look for an email if you have been receiving our reminder emails about this webinar. If you haven't, then please make sure that you check your spam folder. If you are one of the lucky winners, then yes, you will be notified tomorrow. And each one of the winners will be eligible to get a 30 minutes consultation. And for the rest of us, yes, these webinars will be announced monthly, and 15 participants will be picked. And for anyone who wants to have a consultation with Satyaji regarding the property, then vastuguide.com, please visit and leave us a message, and we will get in touch with you one-on-one. We are available to consult in your time zone. So if you're calling us from the US or even in Europe, all consultations will be done during your time zone. So with that said, okay, there's one last question, which says, do you take classes for Vastu? I'll let you handle that.
No, at present I've been very busy with the work, so I have not given a thought to teach, but maybe later on I will definitely think to teach Vastu. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So with this last question, we are once again, thank you everyone. Thank you Satyaji for such a wonderful educational session. And I'm sure all our participants here did benefit from this. And we look forward to all of you coming back to do our other webinars as well. There are a lot of videos that we have put on our channel, YouTube channel, as well as there are 2 websites. Vastuguide.com is the website to book your consultations, and EnergyPlus.club, which is where we have other programs as well, affirmations, numeroastrology, astrology. We have one of our astrologers based in the US who consults on various aspects of financial stability, horoscope matching, as well as doing 5, 10, 15-year reads of the horoscopes as well. Sarveshji is based out of California in the US, and EnergyPlus.club is the website to visit for that. And VastuGuide.com is where you would get in touch with us to book an appointment. And do check your email tomorrow. If you are one of the lucky winners, then the next steps to consult with Satyaji would be posted in the email. Thank you everyone once again for joining, and we wish you a very good night.
Thank you, Naveen, and thank you each and everyone for attending
Thank
this
you.
webinar. Thank you so much.